A few key components of creating and managing literacy programs include teacher clarity, bands of text difficulty, genre instruction through strategy groups, and multi-tiered systems of supports. Adapted from Hattie's Visible Learning Text, this image of teacher clarity shows an effect size of 0.75. If we know 0.40 is a year's worth of learning in a year, then 0.75 is just shy of 2 years' worth of learning in a year. The 9 components of teacher clarity were highlighted in the 2019 Fisher & Fry Teacher Clarity Institute. For this purpose, we are going to focus on identifying concepts and skills and sequencing learning progressions as we look at them through the lens of text bands of instruction. Reading levels can be a hot topic in the world of literacy. While students are not to be called a level, understanding bands of text difficulty can help us understand the skills students need to acquire to engage successfully with various texts. Each band of text difficulty highlights key skills. For instance, the NOPQ band emphasizes character-driven plots. From there, in the 5th grade range, multi-layered themes become more important. When you're clear about where your students are, where they're going, and their next instructional steps, it's time to put that together into a practical classroom schedule. This is an example of literacy groups in a kindergarten setting using a multi-tiered system of supports. So in this model, we have a classroom teacher and a support teacher coming in at various times to provide support. As you can see, the classroom teacher is offering sessions of guided reading, conferring with students where the teacher is going to the students' reading or writing area to work with them, to remind them of the importance of their own individual work, and then interactive writing. This varies throughout the year. It might be to solidify concept of word at the beginning of a year, and then later in kindergarten, it might be to highlight certain writing needs, such as creating a clear sequence of events. And then here, the support teacher was utilizing an enhanced alphabetics method, and when they were really differentiating instruction for a small group of students, developing the power skills of blending and segmenting, and then supporting just some classroom management, being sure that the students get their book shopping in so they have engaging, culturally reflective texts. You can see here an example of using text bands to support literacy. While students are reading at levels that work for them, it's important to push into the challenging level. If an instructional level is too easy, there's not enough opportunity for growth. So we really need to push into a more challenging text some of the time. And you'll see that there are various guided reading groups, which letters students at the partial alphabetic phase need to learn, and then which students need to work on some blending and segmenting, some fluency work, and then vocabulary instruction. This group didn't need it at this point in time, but we leave it there as a reminder because other groups might need it later. Obviously, this is for a very young classroom, but the way this could play out in older grades is really through that reading and writing connection. It serves well to think of your week as what are your opportunities for whole group, small group, and individual instruction. And really, strategy groups offer an amazing opportunity for this, where you can pull together students of varying levels who have a focus area that you want them to develop. It might be introductions, and some students are great with structuring their writing, and some students have a great voice, but overall you really need to pull this group of students together to solidify their skills in writing a solid introduction. So we can utilize teacher clarity and multi-tiered systems of supports and text bands and learning progressions to help us support all levels of students as they move toward their own learning goals. K to 12th grade strategy groups offer an amazing opportunity to differentiate instruction for all students. In less than 10 minutes, you can connect students to a text, teach them a strategy through modeling or shared practice, coach them as they engage in their own work with peers or on their own, and then link it to their future studies. Genre study is a power player in comprehension. Understanding specific elements of each genre helps students move from one band of text complexity to the next. Genre study is a terrific opportunity to create heterogeneous groups in which students of varying levels come together to study a topic. Well, there are many facets to creating and managing literacy programs. Teacher clarity, bands of text difficulty, genre instruction through strategy groups, and a multi-tiered system of supports provides each student the greatest opportunity to succeed in their own reading goals.